Oh man, I just, I just got home and I've been reading some of the comments and and some of my inbox messages, and man, people are mad at NBA Jerry, boy. Man, um, where do I begin? I seen a video. I seen a video about me being on drugs and me losing weight and interventions, all kind of stuff, man. People just, oh man. And then also these comments I'm reading in these last two videos, man. It's just, it's just funny. And look, man, you know, I'm not going to ever tell anybody how to think. And I'm not going to try to defend my stance on this. But let me tell you a little. Let me go further, a little deeper on where I'm coming from, or maybe allude a little bit more. Okay, first of all, like I said, you guys know how long I've been watching basketball. Who my two favorite players are, Jordan and LeBron. Now, me, as far as a basketball generation, I'm almost dead in between LeBron and Michael as far as ages are concerned. Okay, I'm 38 years old and I was born in 1975. Michael Jordan is 50 years old and he was born in 1963. February. My birthday's January. His is February. So we're about exactly 12 years apart. You know, about a month off, but about 12 years apart. Me and LeBron are almost exactly 10 years apart. His birthday is December and mine is January, and he's 28 and I'm 38. So I'm right in between these two guys as far as age is concerned and watching the game of basketball and stuff like that. And you know, I'm hearing people's comments, telling me that oh, just because LeBron had a great shooting night against Milwaukee and a great shooting night against against the injury-plagued, rookie-filled you know, team of New Orleans Hornets, don't mean you should be mentioning him with Jordan. Listen, that's not why I'm mentioning him with Jordan. It's not the fact that he got hot against Milwaukee and New Orleans Hornets. That has nothing to do with it. I just mentioned that just to, you know, talk about it. That has nothing to do with him being better than Jordan, even if he never even played those two games. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is his overall game versus Michael Jordan's game. And people tell me, well, you need to watch the 92 Bulls Shrug game. I did watch that. You know, I watched that and I got crazy and I went excited. You know, I got real excited to watch that. So people telling me you need to watch Jordan. I have watched Jordan. I've studied Jordan probably more than most people have. Not everybody, but more than most people. So I know a lot about Jordan and I know a lot about LeBron. So if you want to save your characters and typing me stuff and telling me what I need to watch, I've already done that. So this is not a person that, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you know, like other people say, oh, I'm better than you and I've done more research than you and I know more than you, because I don't know what you know, but I know what I know. And what I know is I think LeBron James is a better player than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, but I think LeBron is better. And let me, I guess I got to go further in depth on what I'm saying. And no, I am not on drugs. I'm not on crack. Nothing like that. All right? Now, let me tell you why I think LeBron is better than Jordan. Jordan basically had no weaknesses. The only thing that you can say about Jordan, his weaknesses, is his three-point shooting. I guess you could call that a weakness. But to me, it's not a weakness because it's not like he took a lot of threes and you know, shot his team out of a game like Kobe can do sometimes. And listen, I like Kobe. Kobe's a great player, but Kobe sometimes, his talent and his mind overcomes some of the things he does. And, you know, I do put Kobe up there with LeBron and Jordan as far as great players, but I don't think he's better than those two. But I guess you can say Michael Jordan, his three-point shooting. LeBron James, to me, his weaknesses, and I've said this, and it's been documented, and I've said this before. His free throws, his post-up game is not as great as Jordan's. I think Jordan's a better post-up player, but LeBron is getting better. Now, his overall game, to me, And there's so many facets. I'd be making a video for 2 hours talking about an entire NBA basketball player's game and what the facets of the games are. But to me, I think LeBron can do more. And I'm not talking about not having the clutch gene in the toolbox like somebody made a video about me. I'm not talking about that. Not the bad stuff. Because, you can pick out bad stuff about Jordan if you don't like him, and if you're coming from that angle. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be biased against either one of these two, because these two are my favorite players. But I think LeBron has a better overall game. I think he's a better passer than Michael Jordan. I think he's a better rebounder than Michael Jordan. I think he's better in the lane than Michael Jordan. That doesn't mean Michael Jordan is not great at all these things. Who's a better finisher? It depends on what type of finish it is. Off an alley-oop, I think LeBron. On the fast break, I think they're both great. Driving down the lane, I think they're both great. It depends on what kind of defense you're doing. Who's better defensively? Well, you can use this both ways. If you're looking at it from LeBron's angle, you can say, well, LeBron's better because he's bigger and maybe he's stronger and he can guard more positions. But if you're looking at it from Jordan's point of view, you can say, oh, well, he's got more steals or this, that, and the third. To me, I think LeBron is a better defender, overall defender, because of the era he's playing in. And let me explain. People always say about the hand-checking thing. You're right. The hand-checking thing, you can't hand-check. So it does allow LeBron to do things offensively that Michael couldn't. Because if LeBron had to play in Jordan's era with the hand-checking, people will say, oh, LeBron couldn't get his shot off as easy and stuff like that, and he wouldn't go to the free throw line as much, and vice versa. If Michael played in this era, Michael would be going to the free throw line more and stuff like that. And I agree with that. That's absolutely true. But the thing is, you have to look at it from the other side too. If LeBron played in Jordan's era defensively, he'd be a much better defender. Why? Because he could hand check and do all the things that Jordan was allowed to do. And that's how you have to look at it both sides, folks. You just can't say, oh, LeBron plays in a weak era. Look at the rules of 3 seconds and all that. All that comes to play on both sides of the fence. And this is how I look at things, okay? Let's just say we had to erase all the history and all the accomplishments that Michael Jordan had. And he has some great accomplishments, okay? Now let's take both of these players at 18 years old. Now, obviously, we know who was a better player at 18. That was LeBron James, okay? Now, obviously, Jordan went on to be the greatest player of all time. But as the 18-year-old players, now, if you don't believe me, you can look that up for all you youngins that don't know anything about Jordan when he was 18. He was a great player, but he was nowhere near LeBron. If you had to ask me if I had to start my franchise and only had to pick one player in the NBA, any player in NBA history, Wilt Chamberlain to the side, who would I pick to build my franchise around? It would be LeBron. I'm sorry. And the second pick would be Jordan. And the third pick will probably be Shaq. Out of all players that I've seen, it'd be Shaq. And Kobe would fit in there somewhere with Tim Duncan and Magic and all those guys would fit in there. But to build my team around the ultimate franchise player to me that I've ever seen is LeBron James, because the man can do it all. And like I said, he's got more of a toolbox. He can play all 5 positions. He can shoot now. He can shoot threes. He can shoot mid-range. The reason why LeBron's game against the Hornets in Milwaukee was so... people were going crazy about it, and it was a great performance, is because of how he made those shots. Of course, other players can make a lot of, three-pointers and get hot and stuff like that. But the reason why LeBron's is different is because the way his showmanship is, the way he does it. When he comes down the court, you don't know what that man's going to do. And like I said, when Magic Johnson used to play in the 80s, when he was with the Showtime Lakers, man, that dude was entertaining. And the reason why he was entertaining, because he was the best passer this league had ever seen. This man can make a pass behind his back, behind his neck, his ear, his leg. He can do everything. And LeBron is the same way, but add to the fact of now he can pull up and shoot a three. Magic Johnson was not no three-point shooter, folks. He couldn't come down and do what LeBron James did last night. Magic Johnson couldn't. Now, he can come down and make a great dish and go to the basket and maybe pull up. But he's not a guy that comes down and shoots threes off the dribble like Larry Bird does. And folks, the 3-pointers that Michael Jordan hit in the '92 finals, that was a big deal because Jordan wasn't a 3-point shooter. LeBron has many games that he's made 4 and 5 and 6 3-pointers in a game like that. So to me, LeBron has more range than Michael Jordan. You know, and I'm talking about my favorite all-time player, Michael Jordan. And LeBron, to me, when he comes down and hits those kind of shots, is because you don't know what he's going to do. It's almost like he's playing in the park. That's why it was a big deal. Now, of course, the competition wasn't as good as, you know, Michael Jordan against the finals. I know that. Okay? Tell me something I don't know. I already know that. But what I'm saying is the way LeBron does things, his showmanship, the way he gets it done on the court, the man can get a rebound and take it coast to coast and either finish the play by himself with a dunk, a 3-point shot, a mid-range shot, or he can give it up to anybody on the court. And then also, if somebody gets a rebound or a steal, this man takes off, and from one end to another, I don't think anybody gets to one end of the court to the other faster than LeBron James. And if you got any games on record or anything, look at him, watch him. That's why he's always down there to finish it. The man has unbelievable stamina. I think his stamina and him and Jordan's are about neck and neck. But from one end of the court to the other, and I've watched Michael Jordan play, without the basketball, from one end to the court to the other, LeBron James is faster than Michael Jordan. And I'm sorry, folks. You can get mad at me all you want, but I just go by what I see. So I'm sure I'll be making another video about this. I'm about to step out now, but I just came home and read all the hate mail in the comments and stuff like that. But hey, keep them coming, man. You know, like I said before, if you like the video, hit the like button. Leave me your comments below. And if you dislike it or don't like it, you know what to do. Hit the dislike button. All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.